Again, read through this. In order to solve it graphically, you're going to need to come up with two equations. You're going to have to figure out what letters you want to use for your variables. Then change it to y equals mx plus b. One thing I'm just going to add between 1 and 2 here is sort of a 1.5. You may need to change your window in order to see the intersection point. And before you find the intersection point on your calculator, try and do this one mentally. This is one that with guess and check you can find the answer quite quickly. It's not as hard as the last one. Did you get that r plus s is equal to 60? Because he sent and received 60 total messages. He sent 10 more than he received. So sent equals received plus 10. This one's, I would probably decide that this is my x and this is my y and this is my y and this is my x here. Because can you see that the second one's already in y equals mx plus b form? The other one, all you would have to do is minus r on both sides. And then you would have s equals minus r plus 60. Even though we're going to do this on our graphing calculator, again, I'll use different colors. I'll call this one in green and that one in red. If we were going to graph these, just quickly, because it'll help us on our graphing calculator, can you see that on the green equation we have a negative slope? It's going to be going down, and our y-intercept is at 60, so I'll mark a point in green up here at 60 and a slope going down. It's going to look something like this. I'm not really concerned about making it too perfect right now. The other one, my red graph, I've got a y-intercept at 10, and its slope is going up, so it'll look something like that. Now, when I go to my graphing calculator to type these in, my green one was negative x plus 60, and my red one was x plus 10. When I go to graph it, I might not see very much. I see a little bit of the red graph, but I don't see the green graph at all. It's because my window isn't quite set up. So that's where I said 1.5, change your window. Well, for one, I know that my y-intercept of my green graph was 60, so I'm going to hit my window button, and I'm going to get my y-max to go up to 60 just so that I can see that point. I'm going to graph it again. Now it's going up much higher. And my green graph does appear, but you can see that the intersection point isn't on the screen yet. So I'm going to, what's that? My x-max I just stayed from minus 10 to 10. I kept them the same so far. But it's not going to be good because I need to go further to the right to see where they intersect. Now, if you know a little bit about these graphs, and this is where graphing a lot of things comes in handy, with this slope of negative 1, I also know that this is going to cross at 60 here. And so if I knew that already, I'm going to go back to my graph and maybe change my x-max to 60 just to see. It might be that you chose a different number and found the intersection point early as well. That would be fine. There they are, and they intersect. Did anybody figure it out? 60 text messages, sent 10 more, 25 and 35. Okay, good. Let's see if that's right. Second, calculate. Well, it is right, but let's see it show up on our calculator as well. Enter 3 times. 25, and 35. Perfect. I set my X max at 60. So he sent 35 messages, received 25 messages, and then we've solved it. And here is your homework assignment.